Now, in a relationship, and I want you to hear this, this is important. When it comes to just relationships in general, a real relationship has real boundaries. You know what I mean by when I say boundaries? A real relationship has real boundaries. If there's no boundaries, there's no real relationship. Because boundaries are put into a relationship that says, I care enough about you, I care enough about our relationship to say, this is the path that we ought to go on together. If you go way off to the left or I go way off to the right, all of a sudden we're not what? We're not together. Boundaries in a relationship keep the relationship together. Without good boundaries, there's no real relationship. And this goes with you and the ladies in your life. And specifically, probably even more so, girlfriends and eventually spouses, wives. There has to be mutually agreed upon boundaries or it's not really a relationship. When I say mutually agreed upon, it means you talk with her. I know guys, sometimes we don't like to talk, especially about our feelings. I get that. But sometimes we have to say, this is an agreed upon boundary. If we're gonna be together, if we're gonna be a couple, if we're gonna either be a boyfriend, girlfriend, eventually if we're gonna be married one day, there's an agreed upon boundary that says, you're with me only. That's not too much to ask for, is it? You can't go with some other guy. Okay, I agree on that, she would say. And the same thing with you. If we're gonna be together, you can't go off with some other girl. Okay, I agree on that. So now here's all of a sudden a boundary within our relationship. So that means when you're by yourself and you're at the coffee shop or you're at the grocery store and some other girl gives you a wink, gives you a look, you say, oh, I have a boundary in this real relationship with this other woman, so therefore that means I'm not gonna pursue that other woman. It's an agreed upon boundary. Now, if one of you breaks that boundary, all of a sudden the relationship is somewhat broken or damaged at least, if not destroyed, depending on the extent